Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome and Order Art by Susan Holt. That is me. Today is April 29th, 2026. I'm going to do a short live tonight, and I'll tell you the reason for that in a bit. But for those of you who are watching live, thank you for being here. For those of you who are watching in replay, go ahead and pop hashtag replay down in the comments for me so I know you stopped by, and thanks for watching in replay. For those of you watching on YouTube, of course, like and subscribe. Thank you very much. So, today, I was planning on finishing this painted rock anyhow. So now I have a reason to finish this painted rock, which is my live stream, my normal Wednesday night live stream. For those of you who missed it last Wednesday, I went live over on YouTube, but you can see the live there. I saved it for you. So if you go into my profile, you can scroll down and then hit the live button, and it'll take you to that one live that I did over there. I'm gonna make sure all my tech is working over here. Okay, I can see myself. I can hear myself and I can see myself. Yay, so my tech is working. So let's go ahead. I think I can see comments over there. I won't be able to see them here on the camera because it will be pointed down at the table momentarily. So here we go. There we go. That is the little painted rock I have been working on. I have a whole plethora of paints out here. So I got kind of inspired. We were expecting a guest tonight, but they have changed their plans. But I did do the wash the sheets, wash the laundry for the guest room. And many of you who are familiar with me know my mom was a quilter, so I was in there and I had to move some quilties around and wash one. So that inspired me to kind of make this block, and I also ran across a piece of her embroidery, so I wanted to do kind of these little embroidery-esque patterns on it. I do have an embroidered quilt from her. It's really old, and I have an embroidered pillowcase. Just a little square one from her when I was little. So that's where this idea came from for doing the multiple squares. I was gonna do some really interesting fade patterns with it, but I really liked this better. So this is what I went with. So tonight I'm just going to use one of my paint pens, and I'm going to outline these squares. This is not gonna be fancy. This is not going to be perfect. I'm not getting out a ruler or anything because this is a painted rock. It doesn't have one single solitary smooth surface or straight line on it. So I'm just going to do my best with what I got. Going to do the top first, and then I'll do the sides when I get around to it. This paint dries pretty quickly, so we'll be able to hold it and move it around as I need it. But I can already see how that one little line is really making this piece look finished. Swap out for my higher powered glasses, I think. Where did I put them? That's a really great question. Where did I put them? They're there. I cleaned up my work table the other day. I was doing all that jewelry, but I had some finished rock stuff, painted rock stuff to finish and to prep, because this weekend I'm hosting a Painted Rocks workshop for pre-Mother's Day. at the Arizona Artist Guild. It is a fundraiser for the Artist Guild. I have some rocks that are prepped and ready for paint, and I have some rocks that are just plain rocks for anybody who wants to come on out and show their stuff. Just have some fun painting some rocks. My bestie and her roommate are signed up, so I know I'm gonna have a fantastic time. And I know some of the people from the Arizona Artist Guild who are signed up. So we're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be lots of fun. We're doing a little tea party as well. So we'll have some teas, and I know how to brew a good cup of tea. And there's some lovely loose leaf teas up there, and I think I'm the only one that drinks them. So we're going to use those. And we're having little finger sandwiches, and I think one of our members is bringing some scones. We're going to have some mocktails because it's in the beginning, well, it's in the middle of the day, so we don't want anybody to imbibe and drive. So we're going to have mocktails, and there's going to be some kids there. People are bringing a couple of their kids, which will be fun. Some people are leaving their kids at home, and that'll be fun too. But it's going to be a nice day. Nice afternoon. And since it's before Mother's Day, if you wanted to paint a rock for your mom, you could do that too. I believe the website is arizonaartistguild.net, and you can go on there and look it up under the workshops tab. I think we're still taking people signing up for that. So it's going to be a nice day. I am looking forward to it. The only thing I'm doing on this live tonight, because then I'm going to go put my feet up. Oh, I haven't told you what happened. So I made an appointment with my podiatrist, who I haven't seen in years because I haven't needed to. And I think the last time I went into the podiatrist, it was right after we moved in here. So haven't had issues in over a decade, which is nice, honestly. And then I started managing an ingrown toenail on my own, and it just got to the point where I could not deal with it on my own anymore, so I had to go in, get some help from the professionals. And today I thought was just going to be a consultation, but no, it was not. So I had 3. I thought it was going to be 2, but it was 3 ingrown toenails removed today. So I'm going to do this and then go put my feet up. I love that this paint dries so quickly. That way I can kind of prop this up this way. Get these little lines done on the bottom. and the sides. I do like going over my straight edges with a black ink or paint outline. This is paint, but if I'm working on paper, it might be ink. And that way it really makes the piece look finished and much more polished than if I just left the edges all loosey-goosey. And some of the lines do not look perfectly straight because, as I said before, this rock has a lot of texture to it. So I'm not looking for perfect on this one. But close-ish to perfect. I think it was my grandmother who always said perfect is unachievable. Just do the best you can, or something similar to that. And she's right. You can only do the best you can with what you got. So if you see on the bottom, this is gesso, and I will go back and tidy up the corners and the lines with another coat of white paint on there before I get it labeled and sealed and all that kind of stuff. So the bottom does look a little messy now, but it won't here in a day or two. It'll look pretty good. These really rough rocks, especially with me holding my hands up like this off of the work surface, some of these really rough spots really take the pen and move it. Trying to anticipate them in advance, but some of them just sneak up on you. If this were of painting on a flat surface, canvas or paper, I would go back, well, I would use a ruler in the first place. But if something was not right with a line, I would go back and fix it. But this is painted rock. Gives me the freedom to not be so precise, which is fantastic for my brain, because I love to create. It is my it is my natural ability. that I have fostered over the years. Makes me calm, makes me happy. So okay. This part is done. Yay! So here we go. Let me turn this around for you. So here is my cutie pie little painted rock. I may go back through and touch up a couple places where the paint really kind of blurbs out. I don't think I have too many of those on the top, but I do on this a couple of the sides. I may not. After all, it is a painted rock. It is not the Mona Lisa. It is not the Rockalisa. But up next, I will put some paint on the background. Oh, see? Touched a couple lines that weren't quite dry somewhere along the line. So I'm going to leave this here. There's another one, bottom, to just rest and relax and do its thing and let the paint cure. And I will come back to this tonight or tomorrow and start fixing up the bottom to make it hand outable or give outable, put out where people can find it, or given as a thank you token, which I do often. So that's going to be it for me tonight. I will likely be here next Wednesday again for Zenstay Wednesday Live. So if you'd like to join me, I'm playing around with what times I'm doing the lives. Today it really just kind of depended on my feet. Some days it depends on my brain if I have the words. And sometimes it just depends on if my husband is home or not. So everything aligned to go at 4:30 today, so that's what I did. So sometime Wednesday afternoon, evening-ish next week, I will be right back here on Chaos and Order Art by Susan Holt for another live. And I hope you have a really great rest of your week and an artful weekend, and I will see you later. Bye, everyone.